Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca and we are doing drugstore favorites, one from each brand, part 2. I'm like, what is this called? Welcome, hello, thanks so much for clicking on this video. Do all that good stuff and head to the description box so you can subscribe and follow me on Instagram. So we love drugstore, right? I did the part 1 of this, and I have to dig it up because I can't remember exactly spring, summer when I did this, but it was basically like your favorite, or you know, all the drugstore brands or the main brands and your #1 favorite product from each. And then of course there's a lot of brands, so we couldn't fit it all in one video. And I say we because I got this inspiration from Drugstore Maven, but also she got it from Jen Phelps Beauty. So there you go. Catrice. I have to say, you guys, right now, my favorite product from Catrice are these 5-in-1 eyeshadows. And it could be because right now this is what I could get my hands on, and the new concealer and foundation I couldn't get my hands on, and the new highlighter I couldn't get my hands on. So who knows, maybe that'll change in a few months, but right now these are awesome. I love these 5 in a box, these little mini eyeshadow palettes. They are just so much fun. I mean, look at this like color scheme here. You get them at Ulta and they're just really affordable, and I think they're really good. I wear it with any type of shadow primer, whether it's e.l.f., whether it's Catrice. Catrice actually makes really good eyeshadow primer. I love a lot of Catrice things, so it was tricky, but I think these are #1 right now. Okay, Colourpop. I actually don't have a lot of palettes or makeup in general from Colourpop. I just don't have a lot of products, and I feel bad. I used to. When Colourpop first came on board, I mean like 5-6 years ago, I had all the lippies and the Super Shock shadows. So I definitely love the palettes that I have. I think are, is it the Melrose one I have? It's so good. So I do love that. But I have to say, what really impressed me from Colourpop was their Pretty Fresh foundation. This is such a beautiful foundation. It has hyaluronic acid, it's hydrating, it's got coverage, but not too much. It goes on so nicely. And it's got an excellent shade range. I actually think now I can use this. I kind of stored this away because it was a little bit pale for summer. And I think I have shade Light 45W. It's just such a beautiful foundation. I love it. Makeup Revolution. That's hard too. Tons of foundation and concealers. Makeup, and highlighters, like a lot, right? And Revolution Pro, does that kind of go in almost the same category? Like, can we kind of twinsies those? So I picked this Mega Bronzer. This Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in its giant pan. It's kind of a matte bronzer, kind of a, like, it has just such a really cool texture to it. It's soft, it doesn't have any, it's matte, but it's not like chalky. And this is the 01 Cool, and I love it. I really love it. I've shared this in a lot of bronzer, a lot of dupe videos, and I like it because of the big pan, so you can just get like a big brush in there, and you know, I think it's so much fun. I have plenty of bronzer, so I don't really need to do that, but you know, yeah, this is good stuff. Next is #7. And #7, I feel like everyone that does this video is going to name the Lift Illuminate powder, which it deserves. It deserves all the credit it gets because it's just really, really good. Like, there's no need to buy Charlotte Tilbury or buy Terry or anything like that, because this is superb. Now, if you want though, for just a little more excitement, something different, I will sing the praises of the number 7 Airbrush Away Skin Perfector. So it's a tinted skin perfector. I think it works like a primer. This is shade light and it's actually pretty dark. So normally stuff seems to run so pale, and in this case, this runs really more dark. So if you are a medium, light medium, or kind of medium tan complexion, you'll probably really appreciate this for either just a one and done face tint or even a primer under foundation. But if you're very pale, if you're more pale than me, you might find it to be a little bit dark, but also it kind of blends. And that's why when you use it as a primer, it sort of doesn't matter. Number 7 isn't the most it's not the cheapest. You can get it at Target, you can get it off their number 7 website, you can get it at other online retailers like Look Fantastic, Skin Store. I think some others carry it like that. So, but here, see how dark it is? This is what I'm talking about. But it also just blends out. Now, if you're looking for a skin tint that isn't dewy, that has a matte finish that's kind of velvety, this is for you. It is so soft, it just kind of blurs on top of the skin. It's really, really fun, and I think people kind of forget about it. And actually, see how it's not that dark, but it did warm up my skin. So next is Neutrogena. Neutrogena was really hard for me. Neutrogena makeup, I just really kind of don't have any that I reach for often. I feel like their price point is always a little bit higher, and then I wonder, I mean, maybe it's because of their skincare ingredients, so they're trying to bank on that. So, for instance, this cream makeup is an SPF. It is SPF 55. It is the Healthy Skin Compact Makeup. And it is a compact cream foundation with sunscreen. Like, it kind of reminds me of the Kat Von D Good Apple, but then it also has sunscreen in it. So what a genius product. This is so good. Problem is, sometimes it's hard to find, very few shades. So I'm like, that's why I kind of don't talk about it. I want to talk about it, but I don't talk about it. In that spirit, I'm going to give my pick to this Neutrogena Illuminating Setting Spray. Radiant Setting Spray. This is a really nice setting spray for drugstore that is not heavily fragranced, doesn't have denatured alcohol, doesn't have stuff that I feel kind of just gets really thrown into setting sprays without consideration to like a sensitive skin. And I'm gonna put it on. I haven't actually put any on, so let's take a look. It has a slight scent. It's a very clean, almost no scent scent, but it's there. It's there. It has some really good ingredients in here, so it's not drying. It's just the darn fragrance, you know? Which is so funny, because Neutrogena, it's like, why aren't you fragrance free? Almay. Almay lip products are kind of surprising. Actually, there's a lot of Almay that really can surprise you. This Goddess Gloss is so good. It really, really is underrated goodness. So the shade that I have here is, I will look this up. It's a very, you can see, it's kind of a peachy, it adds, like, it has a really good amount of pigment and, you know, shine and kind of that bam when it comes to a gloss versus just being sheer and nothing. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Pat McGrath. So I just think this is really, really good. I like that it's not sticky. The Almay lip gloss, it's really good. LA girl. I love LA Girl. I always share LA Girl when it comes to dupes. And I think that this summer, I've definitely really fallen in love with the automatic lip liners. These are their Ultimate Lip Intense Stay Auto Liner. I have shade Bare, Always Bare, no, sorry, Forever Bare and Enduring Mauve. There is a nude one or something. There's something else that I really, really love. And they are just really good. They're good. How do I say? They're so cheap, so good. Yeah, and I really, really enjoy them. I like these better than the ones you sharpen from LA Girl, but those are good too. I find those to be harder. So if you want something that's a bit of a harder pencil, and also if you like sharpening it and making that point, I totally get it. They're worthwhile, but I like these. Oh my gosh, the Shockwave, the gel liners, those only come in bright shades, but for lips and eyes, those are good. See, look at me. I'm just like coming up with more stuff. Yeah, these are good. NYX, oh my gosh, you know, NYX was so hard. It was so difficult to come up with one thing. I'm like, I have used NYX for years. I use so many things, but I kind of always am jumping around. And I thought the one thing I have used consistently from NYX is this Lift and Snatch Brow. I think that it is such a good kind of that brow felt tip thing we're doing. The shade for me works. This is taupe and light taupe. It's just so good. You know, you can really, really just build color. See how like that is just so subtle, but you're really going in there and like I can kind of make my brows really dark right now if I wanted. I'm wearing the brow glue too, the NYX, the glue, but this is so, I love this. No matter what brow product I'm using, I seem to go in and fill in a few spots with this. So the shade and this, and it's kind of multi-purpose, like it just seems to be so essential and just kind of giving my brows that like, oh, okay, that's what I want, that kind of polish when I'm taking the time. I added Palladio to the list because I love Palladio. They have so many just hidden gems, underrated, really good makeup items, and wow, I think they killed it with the latest liquid lip in these nude shades. Liquid lip, we say we're tired of it and we keep going back to it. Maybe it's because we're wearing masks. I think there's just sometimes where you want to put on a liquid lipstick and know that your lip is gonna look great and you're not gonna have to worry about it. And then we get so tired with how after a few hours it doesn't look so great anymore, or the next day your lips don't feel so good, or they feel just kind of a little bit, you know, I really think that this formula is none of that. It looks fresh for hours, and I think with the shea butter that's in it, it makes it very comfortable on the lips so that the next day my lips don't feel like they've been, you know, run through something. Or if I want to wear it 2 days in a row, I don't regret it, because I think that happens with a lot of liquid lips, is that you kind of go, ooh, I better not wear this today. I wore it yesterday, just because we're kind of like, it's going to dry it out. And I just don't think these dry out your lips. And I'm wearing the gloss over it, right? But when it's just the lip, it's budge proof, it's mask proof, and it's really, really good. And the shades, these nude shades that they've come up with are so pretty. This one is called Skin. That's what I'm wearing. So there you go. I hope that's fun for you as it is for me, because I could just talk all day about products that I'm like, oh my gosh, and this is under $10 and I love it and I reach for it all the time. I'll link Jen and Drugstore Maven's videos below. And that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a comment, hit that thumbs up, you know the drill, and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.